Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Simply Colorful FiberCast. I'm using a new computer, or another one that we had here in the studio, and a different YouTube studio, I think. So, hi again. Sorry about last night. Today is Saturday, August 3rd, 2019. My name is Lynn, and I'm your host. So grab a project and let's see what we can get done together today. I have already started making a batik bear. I'm going to make one this size, and I have drawn out all of my patterns on minky for the head, a white minky, and then this lovely batik that is in the quilt behind me. So some lucky baby's going to get a bear and a matching quilt. So that's what I'm doing, and we'll do it for a few minutes. I have some pictures to share with you from Becca Clash. She is rocking and rolling at a retreat. I don't know which state it's in. She does get around, but this is Rebecca Clash down in Georgia. Check out her floss tube. And grab your project. It's so nice. If this works, I will be ecstatic. Right now, I do not believe I'm using, so here, before I get chatting away, I've drawn all of my patterns on the back of the minky, and I've also used my Shape Flex interfacing, which is actual fabric with glue on the back, which gives stability to all parts of the bear. And I've used my sheet, my pressing sheet. I love this, from Fons and Porter. And that makes sure that none of the glue from the back of the Pellon gets on my fabric or on my pressing mat or on my iron. I've had this for a long time. I'm pretty proud that I can still find it. I'm getting better at things like that. You know that whole story about having 10 drills in your closet or in your garage, because when you're working full time, and you finally get around to a weekend project, sometimes it was easier to go buy another drill than to go find the one you had. Terribly wasteful. No more of that. But understandable, right? So how is everyone out there? I hope that you are enjoying your nice August summer day. Here in the Northeast, we were supposed to have showers, but I've heard a little bit of thunder, I thought, but I've not seen a speck of rain. I went out and picked one more of our long cucumbers. Mom and I, when we went to get those herbs a few weeks ago up at the top of the hill, they were giving away squash and cucumber plants. So, of course, we couldn't pass them up. And Mom even came home and planted them for me, gave them all the nutrients they need. So they're doing amazingly well. And the cucumbers they're the long, I guess, English kind. I haven't looked it up per se, but that's what I think my mother and sister said they were. And they're very crisp, and they're delicious, actually. So I picked one of those, and then we got the yellow squash, about that long, also kind of narrow, which makes me think maybe I'm not giving them quite enough water. I think they get enough sun, although it's not completely sunny. There are some shade in the morning as the sun comes up over the trees behind them. Anyway, isn't gardening fun? Like one big experiment. Oh, before I go any further, I want to pass my condolences on to Marquet and to Norma. I'm sorry to hear about your aunt's passing. It's sad, and I trust your family is coming together during this sad time, which always helps. Or one hopes it helps, right? And I want to say hello to our friends down under, to Crystal, to Wendy, to Allie, to Peggy, and of course Cherish and Lacey Hamilton. Thank you for engaging last night on Facebook Live. I love that we can talk back and forth on Facebook Live. I'm reading. So I have had a bit of a frustrating afternoon, I'll tell you the truth. I've tried to download an encoding software. I've switched PCs. I thought I recorded and I didn't. And then, so this may or may not work. I wish technology was easier. Just rough cutting this out. Oh, and I hear Bob. Bob has been busy this afternoon working out back. He's preparing the foundation for a 3-season porch. And there are 3 posts that back when we built the house in 2006, the posts were, he was saying they were 8 inches in diameter. But we need them wider, and he's made them 18 inches. So you can imagine all the work it took to dig out behind that, and then add more concrete, added a cylinder and more concrete. So that's all good. Tonight, if all goes well, we will continue streaming Breaking Bad. We're on season 3. It's going to be very sad when it's over. That's one of the headpieces. So again, oh, I don't know if I told you, this white minky is going to be on the back of this quilt, this baby quilt. So I thought that would be kind of cute to have the head of the bear done in the minky also. And I think the color could be a boy or a girl, couldn't it? These pieces seem so big compared to what I was using earlier this week. Oh, I should show you a picture of the bears. So I'm delivering the 6 bears to Sue on Monday. And I apologize for those of you who have already heard this. So there they are. Those are 6 memory bears. They're made out of Mr. Alio's shirts and pajamas. And then the one, so on the back, I put little tags. So this one is for Amy, for example, and it says, "These are pajamas I used to wear. Whenever you hold me, know I am there. Love, Grandpa." And there he is in the front. I was working on him last week, I think. And there he is sitting. And while I have this open, let me show you what Becca Clash sent. Oh, look at this. She's working on a diamond wedding ring quilt in the background. There she is up front. This is Becca Clash from the Floss Tube series. So check her out because she's immensely talented. Look at that. That's a bell pull that she also has finished at the retreat. And then here she is with a jacket or a shirt that she made out. It's an origami jacket. She made out of, I think, 6 squares. So thanks for sending that in, Becca. I think that's all we have. Hi to Kathy. Kathy, thank you for letting me know about last night. And Nancy and Jean and Amy from the Boston Modern Quilt Guild. Thanks for connecting me to Emily. Pam, good luck with your quilts for the fair. Very exciting. Okay. So that's that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll continue to cut this out, and then I'll do one seam. I just really wanted to check in and test the software and make sure that everyone was doing all right, and wish you a good not a long weekend, a good weekend. In fact, by the time you see this, it's a shorter weekend, right? And apologize for last night's confusion. Again, it's Google Hangouts, man. I don't know what happened, but somehow it's not supported. So now I'm in Live Creator Studio. Wish they would make it easier. There's a little paw. Definitely getting some fuzz around here, aren't I? Oh, and hello to Michelle over in Milford. It was nice to see you earlier today. Glad to know the healing continues. And Maggie in New Hampshire, hi. And Lacey, I think I said hi. Thanks for engaging on Facebook last night. That was good. And KB, oh, in fact, as a little preview, next Friday night, I will be with my mother and my sister. So if all goes well, if I ply her with food and sweet nothings in her ear, we might get KB on FiberCast next Friday night. Wouldn't that be fun? Reminds me, I need to think of something to do next week. My niece wanted me to bring down some pretty fabric. She wants to make scrunchies, hair scrunchies. So I've got some pretty Tula pink fabrics that I'm hoping she has interest in. I don't know what teenagers really like these days, I must admit. Nothing like a nice pair of scissors. Cutting your fabric like butter. Butter. And this is going to be a nice plump bear. Like this one. Okay, there's one body piece. Here's the other. Oh, I know. I also have to show you the couple of quilts that we did in collaboration with Dockside Quilting and Chris Myers. Pull those up. They were fun. These are going to get delivered Tuesday morning. This one is made from an Alexander Henry product line. There's an up close of one of them. And I can't, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure if it's Halloween. It's very whimsical. It's really fun, actually. And in fact, the backing fabric I could get inspired to make some dolls based on it. It's very cool. And then the other one, like here's, oh, and they're all knitting or doing something with fabric. There's one, I think that's all I took. And then the other one is an anchor quilt that we did with a Nancy Hake meander, circle meander pattern. Works up really nicely. So if anyone out there, don't forget, now as the fall comes, the holidays sneak up on us. I can't believe I'm saying that. So get a jump on it and get your quilts in the queue. In fact, Lacey was asking last night on Facebook Live where I keep the quilts when they come in. And the answer is downstairs, right inside the front door. I have a closet. And I've moved Bob's and my coats to one side, and the quilts that you send in go there on hangers on the other side. And I also said right now it's a pretty light load, so if you send things in, I will get them done fast. And the way it works is it's very simple. When you send me or drop off the quilt, make the quilt back and the backing. The backing should be 3 or 4 inches wider on each side and top and bottom. You can supply the batting, or I can use my batting here, whatever you prefer. And then we collaborate. We pick the thread color. We choose from hundreds of designs. And I do have, it's a computer-aided gammal, so the designs can be as simple and modern and clean, or as complex and interesting as you want them to be. And I'll send you links to sites, and you can look to your heart's content through them. You know, we dog paws, dinosaurs, snowflakes, ghosts. We have all sorts of things in addition to your flowers and your leaves and geometrics. Geometrics are big, modern, whether it's Brohas or Swirl and Twirl or City Window, there are oodles of them. So what we do is we collaborate. We decide on a pattern and color of thread and a due date and how we'll deliver it. Sometimes I drive it to you if you're not too far away, or I send it in a flat rate box. I can get a medium-sized good lap quilt back to anyone across the country in a medium flat rate box for $14, either $85 or $95, so $14.95. And it gets to you in a couple of days. Bigger quilts, of course, can go in the large flat box, or sometimes we'll have to package it up in like a 10 by 20 by 15. So it's all dependent, but it's very doable. And for more information, you can go to simplycolorful.com. There is a tab there about our machine quilting division. I'm going to put memory bears on there. Whole tab for that. So here's one paw, right? Let me do another paw, and then I will say goodbye for the evening. I love my little stiletto. Okay, and I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put my stitch length down to 2 so I can stuff the heck out of it. I can do the ear. These ears are so fun. Why don't I do that next to show you? I find when I'm stitching minky to cotton, even though both fabrics are stabilized, there's some slippage, and this stiletto helps keep things in line. It still slides, but at least I feel like I'm a little bit more in control. Yeah, oh, went off a little bit there. And I always do like to do 2 passes. There might be a reason in doll making world why you don't want to do 2 passes. And if there is, I don't know what it is yet. Or if there is a reason. I can imagine it. The turning, when you have 2 seams, might not be quite as clean. but for my purposes, I'm not top stitching this. Two seams allows me to get a nicer arc. I'm kind of drawing with the sewing machine. And there we go. An ear for our baby with white minky on the back. All right, so we've got that and that. Let's finish this up, and then again we will say goodbye. I was going to say goodnight, but well, I guess we're getting toward night on this Saturday too. Actually, one of my errands today was I went food shopping, and I got us one of those rotisserie chickens. I find it's just as cheap for us to buy one of those rotisserie chickens as it is to buy one to cook. We use it for several meals, and we don't have to get the kitchen hot. Of course, they're very flavorful, which means they're probably loaded with extra seasoning and sugar and salt, but so again, I'm doing it twice. Here we go. Okay. Do a little flipping. Okay, so make it a point to do something that you enjoy this week. Try and learn something new, although it doesn't have to be technological. I'm pretty frustrated with that technology stuff right now. Maybe do something that you've never done before, or talk to a stranger. Huh? You never know what you might learn, what you might discover, and what you might actually help another person by reaching out. You don't know what they're going through. They might just welcome a hello from a friendly stranger. So there are two paws. Next time I see you, I'll have this bear done. Have a great week, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next Friday night again from the vineyard, hopefully, maybe with a guest. Bye, everyone.